Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Ha, ha. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so now it is audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Audible.
Okay. So we have discussed about human resource management, and you will find what is the human resource planning (HRP). And today's agenda is we will have to discuss about the major points, that is recruitment, selection, training and development. These are the chapters you'll find every year, every semester. You'll find this type of, okay, you'll find questions. The newcomers, those who are coming, they are confronting such type of questions. Okay, these questions are, okay, you'll find about recruitment, selection, training and development. Okay, so we'll have to discuss about the recruitment first. First, okay, you tell me, first recruitment is there, yeah, selection is there.
Selection is
Anybody?
there. Selection is there.
First selection and then recruitment.
Then recruitment. Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody? First selection, yeah, first recruitment.
First selection.
Selection, sir, first.
Anybody apart from these two students? First recruitment, yeah, first selection.
I think it should be recruitment, right? In one way, if I
Sir,
see.
recruitment first.
Recruitment first, then selection. First is recruitment. Remember, first is recruitment and then is selection. Because recruitment is the positive process where the company attracts the, okay, find applicants to apply for the post, and selection is the negative process, because only the right person will be, okay, find appointed at the right place at the right time. So therefore, first is recruitment and then selection. Remember this thing. So therefore, I have already discussed about that human nature is unique. Everyone is uniquely created by God. Even the twins, you'll find the fingerprints are quite different from one another. Okay, so therefore we will have to, okay, find how to, okay, find select the people at the right place. Okay, how to motivate them. Okay, how to, okay, find do the work, okay, by, okay, them. So what you have to do, I have told you, management is the art of getting things done by others, and the literary meaning of management is manage man in a tactful manner. This is the, okay, you'll find the whole line, okay, word of management. Manage, men, man, and t is in a tactful manner or skillful manner. Okay, very first class I have discussed about it, that it is the art of the highest degree. Why? Because, okay, you'll find we are, okay, you'll find welding and molding the behavior of the people in the organization, and each person is quite different from other. So therefore, okay, how to, okay, find get the right person at the right post or the right time is most important part on the part of the organization. So therefore, first we have to go for recruitment. Here we are giving the advertisement. We are, okay, find inviting the people to, okay, find apply for the post. Okay, and it is a positive process. Okay, we are giving, okay, liquidity, okay, find we are showing that yes, we are giving this amount of money as a salary, so that most of the people will be attracted to, okay, fund to apply for the job. This is called recruitment. Then we'll have to select, and selection, we'll have to select the right person at the right job. Okay, so therefore I told you beforehand, okay, dancing is an art, singing is an art, okay, carpentry is an art. When a carpenter cutting different shapes and sizes of chairs and tables by using wood, okay, wood does not react. Whenever the goldsmith is melting gold, okay, to make different shapes and sizes of ornament, okay, gold does not react. But as you are the manager of a company, you are trying to, okay, motivate the people who are working in okay, and under you, some of them will be motivated and others will be reacted, and this reaction will create your life in danger. So therefore, how to weld and mold the employees inside the organization, how to weld and mold the behavior of the employees and motivate them is most important task on the part of the manager. So therefore, okay, you'll find it is the art of the highest degree. Okay, so why it is highest degree? If all the mentalities will be same, then there will be no difficulty on the part of the manager to motivate them. As God has created us in a unique manner, how to weld and mold the behavior of the employees, how to motivate is a very, very difficult task on the part of the manager. So therefore, it is the art of the highest degree. Management is the art of the highest degree. Okay, so therefore, because each one is uniquely created by God. So therefore, as we will have to employ these, okay, find people to our organization, you should be very careful about it. How, okay, you'll find we'll have to go for first recruitment and then selections. What is recruitment? You start writing, okay, if you want to write, the term recruitment refers to the process of attracting, screening qualified people for a job. The term recruitment refers to the process of attracting, screening qualified people for a job at an organization. The process of recruitment comes alive when there is a vacancy in the organization. Okay, so the process of recruitment comes alive when there is a vacancy in the organization, or if the organization expands its business. So the term recruitment refers to the process of attracting, screening qualified people for a job at an organization. The process of recruitment comes alive when there is a vacancy in the organization, or if the organization expands its business. Okay, so the process of inviting applications from prospective employees. So recruitment is the process of inviting applications from prospective employees with certain knowledge. Okay, so it
Sir,
is
can
the
you repeat once more the last line?
last line is, it is the process. Okay, the term recruitment refers to the process of attracting, screening qualified people for a job at an organization. The process of recruitment comes alive when there is a vacancy in the organization, or if the organization expands its business. So it is the process of inviting applications from prospective employees with certain knowledge, skills, and abilities for the vacancy in an organization. Okay, with certain knowledge, skills, and abilities for the vacancy of an organization. Then we'll have to discuss about
মা তুই খাওয়া শুরু কর
discuss in detail. Okay, you'll have to discuss about the sources of recruitment. Okay, so the sources of recruitment. Okay, the sources of recruitment is broadly divided into two categories. Okay, sources of recruitment. The sources of recruitment broadly divided into two categories. First one is internal sources of recruitment, and second, external sources of recruitment. Internal sources of recruitment and external sources of recruitment. So recruitment means we are attracting the applicants to apply for a particular job. Okay, in selection, we are selecting the right candidate and rejecting the wrong candidate. So therefore, recruitment is the first process, then selection comes next. So there are sources of recruitment where we are just recruiting the people. So these are two types. One is internal sources of recruitment. Second is external sources of recruitment. First, you write what is internal sources of recruitment. Internal sources of recruitment. Persons who are already working in an organization. Persons who are already working in an organization constitute the internal sources. Persons who are already working in an organization constitute the internal sources. Retrenched employees, retrenched, RETRENCHED, retrenched employees, comma, retired employees. Next, dependents of deceased employees. Constitute the internal sources. Constitute the internal sources. Whenever any vacancy arises, someone from within the organization is upgraded. Someone from within the organization is upgraded, transferred, promoted, or even demoted. So first we have to see the merits and demerits of internal sources of recruitment. What are the merits and demerits of internal sources of recruitment? First one, you write merits. Merits, my first point, you write it is economical. Why it is economical? Because we are not spending money for advertisement, okay, for any recruitment. Okay, we are not opening of any giving any advertisement in any newspaper or anywhere else, any periodicals about it. So therefore it is economical. Because it is within the organization, if you will put anything on the notice board, people will be able to know about it. Okay, there is no need for the expenses for advertisement. Therefore it is economical.St one, you write economical. The cost of recruiting internal candidates, is minimal. The cost of recruiting internal candidate is minimal Because no expenses are incurred on advertisement. The cost of recruiting internal candidates is minimal because no expenses are incurred on advertising. Second, suitable. Why it is suitable? You write second point, suitable. The organization can pick the right candidate. The organization can pick the right candidates having the requisite skills. The organization can pick the right candidates having the requisite skills. The candidates can select a right vacancy The candidates can select the right vacancy where their talents can be fully utilized. The candidates can select the right vacancy where their talents can be fully utilized. The candidates can select a right vacancy where their talents can be fully utilized. Third point, reliable. The organization has knowledge about the suitability for a position. The organization has knowledge about the suitability of a position. Non-devils are better than unknown angels. Okay, non-devils, KNOWN, non-devils are better than unknown angels. Therefore reliable, because organization knows about the behavior, okay, about the person, which is most important, okay, for his motivation, how to motivate the people. I told you beforehand, okay, each person's mentality is quite different from other. So therefore those who are working in the organization knows that particular candidate better than the outer sources of recruitment. So therefore non-devils are better than unknown angels. Non-devils are better than unknown angels. Then fourth point, satisfying. Why satisfying? You know that there will be internal recruitment, so therefore you will be working in the organization wholeheartedly. You will be motivated. You very well know that from among us one will be, okay, you'll find selected to the higher post. So therefore definitely you will be motivated to work in the organization. So therefore satisfying. So you write a policy of preferring people. Satisfying mein likhiye, a policy of preferring people from within. A policy of preferring people from within offers regular promotional avenues. A policy of preferring people from within offers regular promotional avenues for employees. Regular promotional avenues for employees. So it motivates them to work hard and earn promotions. So it motivates them to work hard and earn promotions. They will work with loyalty, commitment, and enthusiasm. They will work with loyalty, commitment, and enthusiasm. Then as a Demerits of internal sources of recruitment. First demerit, limited choice. If you go for advertisement, then so many people will be applying. Okay, you'll find will be applied for the post. But the thing is that as you are you'll find selecting from the organization. So therefore, you will find that very limited choice. First one is limited choice. The organization is forced to select candidates. The organization is forced to select candidates from a limited pool. From a limited pool. It may have to sacrifice. It may have to sacrifice quality. It may have to sacrifice quality and settle down for less qualified candidates. It may have to sacrifice quality and settle down for less qualified candidates. Next point, inbreeding. 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 What is inbreeding? Inbreeding. It discourages entry for talented people. It discourages entry for talented people available outside an organization. It discourages entry for talented people available outside an organization. Existing employees may fail to behave in innovative ways. Fail to behave in innovative ways and inject necessary dynamism to enterprise activities. Number 3, inefficiency. Promotion based on inefficiency. Promotions based on length of service rather than merits. जो कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस में ही होता है. Those who are newly you'll find appointed people, they don't work you'll find with great interest, because they very well know that if you work hard, nothing to happen, because who has done so many years of work, he will be promoted to the higher post. And
Promotion based on
length of service. Promotions based on length of service rather than merit. इसमें क्या होता है, ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस जैसा बन जाता है. गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस में क्या होता है, दोज हु आर ज्यादा साल का जिसका एक्सपीरियंस है, ही विल बी प्रमोटेड टू द हायर पोस्ट. We'll find come to the higher post. So therefore, those who are newly appointed people, they are not working very enthusiastically, because they very well know that those who have more experience and more years of service, they will be promoted to the higher post rather than those who are newly appointed people. Though they work hard, their performance is very good, but they will not be promoted to the higher post. So therefore, they do not give any interest in working in the organization. And those who are those who have worked so many years, they very well know that I will be promoted to the higher post. There is no necessity for showing any performance. Good performance. What happens in internal recruitment? This type of thing happens. So inefficiency, promotion based on length of service rather than merit may prove to be a blessing for inefficient candidates. Okay, may prove to be a blessing for inefficient candidate. Okay, acha. They do not work hard and prove their worth. Promotion based on length of service rather than merit may prove to be a blessing for the inefficient candidate. They do not work hard and prove their worth. Last one is bone of contention. Bone of contention. Recruitment from within, bone, B-O-N-E, bone of contention. Okay, they will find recruitment from within may lead to infighting among employees. Recruitment from within may lead to infighting among employees. Aspiring for limited higher level position in an organization. Aspiring for limited higher level position in an organization. Okay, so they will find that there will be fighting among these. Okay, will find single post. Okay,
Sir,
because
can you repeat? Sir, can you repeat aspiring for limited?
Limited, comma, higher level position in an organization. Limited, comma, higher level positions in an organization. As years roll by, the race of premium position. As years roll by, the race for premium positions. The race for premium positions may end up on a bitter note. As years roll by, the race for premium positions may end up on a bitter note. On a bitter note. Okay? Then we'll have to discuss about external sources. External sources of recruitment. Next, external sources of recruitment.
हाँ की बोले? हाँ.
External sources of recruitment. External sources of recruitment. Shreya, just okay, find mute yourself.
Oh, I am sorry.
Okay, external sources of recruitment. External sources lies outside an organization. External sources lies outside an organization. The organization look for employees from outside the organization. From outside the organization. Okay, so external sources lies outside an organization. The organization look for employees from outside the organization. Okay, first one is campus recruitment. Campus recruitment. Campus recruitment. in this method of recruitment, the organization directly goes to different professional and technical institutions, to recruit. Professional or technical institutions to recruit. Number 2, own data bank. Own OWN, own data bank. Many organizations maintain a data bank of job applicants. Many organizations maintain a data bank of job applicants and call them when the need arises. Next, third source of recruitment, advertisements. It involves mostly advertising in newspapers, televisions, trade and professional journals, newspapers, television, trade and professional journals, etc., allows the organization to invite applications from a wider range of applicants. Next, third party method, that is, you write employment exchanges. The employment exchanges Compulsory Notification of Vacancies Act, CNV, इसको CNV एक्ट बोलते हैं, Compulsory Notification of Vacancies Act 1959. The employment exchanges compulsory notification of vacancies, CNV Act 1959, which applies to all establishments including factories, employing including factories employing 25 or more persons. Employing 25 or more persons puts an obligation on the employer, to notify all vacancies, to notify all vacancies through the employment exchange. Next आ जाओ, merits and demerits of external sources of recruitment.
Professor, should it be at one time 25 people or whole organization 25, more than 25 people?
It will be, okay, you'll find 25 people. Suppose you are just forming one organization and in your organization there are 25 people are working. Okay, you'll find you want 25 people to be appointed or more than that, then definitely you'll have to, okay, you'll find, give the compulsory, okay, notification vacancies to the employment exchange. This is the
My
CNV.
organization has 100 people and I want to apply it, if I want to take 10 people, should I do that again?
Yeah. Whenever it is more than 25, we'll have to just go for employment exchange. You'll have to say that these are the for vacancies, so that you can get from. This is the CNV Act 1959.
Is it still active now?
Yeah. CNV. Okay. But people, what people are doing now, they are just going the online and therefore they are searching the jobs. There are so many job portals are there. Okay, so therefore they are getting job out of it. But you'll find employment exchange is there. When I was in college, I also applied in
Yeah, it was olden days. Now it is not there, I think.
CNV, but CNV Act is also 1959. You'll find it is compulsory act, Notification Vacancies Act. This is CNV Act 1959. Okay, so therefore, if there is in your organization, if there be 25 people or more than that, then if you have any vacancies, then you'll have to notify to employment exchange. Then aja merits and demerits of you'll find external sources of recruitment. First one is first merit, wide choice. Wide choice. The organization has freedom to select candidates. The organization has the freedom to select candidates from a large pool. From a large pool. Persons with requisite qualifications could be picked up. Persons with requisite qualification could be picked up. Number 2, injection of fresh blood. Injection of fresh blood. People with special skills and knowledge. People with special skills and knowledge could be hired.
Sir, what is the heading? Injection of
Fresh blood. Injection of fresh blood. People, yes, anybody? People with special skills and knowledge could be hired to compete with the existing employees. To compete with the existing employees. And pave the way for innovative ways of working. And pave the way for innovative ways for working. Third point, motivational force. Third point is motivational force. It helps in motivating internal employees to work hard. It helps in motivating internal employees to work hard and compete with external candidates. And compete with external candidates while seeking career growth. While seeking career growth. Such a competitive atmosphere would help. Such a competitive atmosphere would help an employee Such a competitive atmosphere would help an employee to work to the best of his abilities. To work to the best of his abilities. Fourth point, long-term benefits. Long-term benefits. Talented people could join the ranks. Talented people could join the ranks. New ideas could find meaningful expression. New talented people could join the ranks, RANKS, ranks. New ideas could find meaningful expression. New ideas could find meaningful expression. A competitive atmosphere would compel people. A competitive atmosphere would compel people to give out their best. A competitive atmosphere would compel people to give out their best and earn rewards. And earn rewards. Next, demerits. Number one, expensive. Hiring cost could go up. Higher costs could go up substantially. Hiring cost could go up substantially. Tapping multifarious sources. Tapping multifarious sources of recruitment. Tapping multifarious sources of recruitment is not easy task either. Is not easy task either. Number two, time consuming. It takes time to advertise. It takes time to advertise, screen, to test and to select suitable candidates. To test and to select suitable candidates. Where suitable ones are not available. Where suitable ones are not available. Where suitable ones are not available, the process has to be repeated. The process has to be repeated. Therefore, it is time consuming process. Number 3, existing employees Number 3, demotivating. You write demotivating, side heading demotivating. इसमें लिखिए existing employees who have put in considerable service may resist, the process of filling of vacancies from outside. The feeling that their services have not been recognized. The feeling that their services have not been recognized by the organization. The feeling that their services have not been recognized by the organization. Forces them to work with less enthusiasm. And motivation. Force them to work with less enthusiasm and motivation. Fourth point is uncertainty. There is no guarantee that the organization ultimately will be able to hire the services of suitable candidates it may end up hiring someone who does not fit and who may not be able to adjust in the new setup. Next आ जाओ selection. I have told you recruitment is first and then comes selection. In selection, the recruitment is a positive process where we are just inviting the applicants to apply for the post. But selection is the negative process because all will not be selected. The best person who is suitable for the post will be selected. Then what is selection? You write select according to Yoder, YODD. According to Yoder, selection is the process by which.
Sir, according to
Yoder, YODD. Selection is the process by which Selection is the process by which candidates for appointment so candidates for not appointment, employment, you write employment are divided into class those who will be offered employment and those who will not. Then we'll have to write the selection process. The purpose of selection is to pick up the most suitable candidates who would meet the requirements of the job. And the organization best to find out which job applicant will be successful if hired. Selection is usually a series of hurdles. Or steps or stages. Selection is a series of hurdles or steps or stages. Each one must be successfully cleared. Before the applicant proceeds to the next.
Before the applicant
proceeds to the next. Step 1, reception. First one is a reception. A company is known by the people it employs. A company is known by its people it employs in order to attract people with talents, skills and experience. In order to attract people with talent, skills and experience, A company has to create a favorable impression. A company has to create a favorable impression on the applicants, right from the stage of reception. Right from the stage of reception. Number 2, step 2, screening interview. Screening interview. A preliminary interview. A preliminary interview is generally planned. A preliminary interview is generally planned by large organizations. A preliminary interview is generally planned by large organizations to cut the costs of selection. To cut the cost of selection by allowing only eligible candidates. To cut the costs of selection by allowing only eligible candidates. By allowing only eligible candidates to go through further stages in selection. To go through the further stages in selection. A junior executive from the personnel department. A junior executive from the personnel department may responsible or may elicit responses from applicants or may elicit responses from applicants on important items determining the suitability of an applicant for the job, such as age, education, experience, pay expectations, location, choice, etc. This is called screening interview. Okay, so therefore to cut the cost, we will have to select the eligible candidates.
Sir, can you just repeat applicant for the job such as age?
Education, experience, pay expectations, location, choice, etc. Next, third step, application blank. Application blank. Application blank or form is one of the most common methods. Application blank or form is one of the most common methods. Used to collect information. Used to collect information on various aspects of the applicants. Used to collect information on various aspects of the applicants. Academic, social, demographic, academic, social, demographic, work related backgrounds, and references. Academic, social, demographic, work related background, and references. Then step 4, selection test. Selection tests. A test is a standardized objective measure. A test is a standardized objective measure of a person's behavior, performance, or attitude. A test is a standardized objective measures of a person's behavior, performance, or attitude. It is standardized because the way the test is carried out, the environment in which the test is administered, and the way the individual scores are calculated. It is objective in that it tries to measure individual bias. It tries to measure individual differences, right? It tries to measure individual differences in a scientific way, giving very little room for individual bias, and interpretation. Then step 5 is selection interview. Interview is the oral examination of candidates for employment. This is the most essential step. In the selection process. This is the most essential step in the selection process. In this step, the interviewer matches the information. Obtained about the candidate through various means to the job requirements, and to the information obtained through and to the information obtained through his own observations during the interview. Next, medical examination. Medical examination. This is step 6. Certain jobs require physical qualities. Certain jobs require physical qualities like clear vision, perfect hearing, unusual stamina to tolerate hard working conditions, unusual stamina to tolerate of hard working conditions, clear tone, etc. Clear tone, etc. Medical examination reveals whether or not a candidate possesses these qualities. Medical examination reveals whether or not a candidate possesses these qualities. Next, reference checks. Step 7, reference checks. Once the interview and medical examination of the candidate is over, the personnel department will engage in checking references. Candidates are required to give the names of 2 or 3 references. Candidates are required to give the names of 2 or 3 references in their application forms. In their application forms. 2 or 3 references in their application forms. Next, last point, hiring decisions. The line manager concerned has to make the final decision. Whether to select or reject a candidate. After getting the required information through different techniques discussed earlier. The manager has to take adequate care. In taking the final decision in taking the final decision because of economic, behavioral, and social implications of the selection decisions. Social implications of the selection decisions. Then we'll have to discuss about training. What do you mean by training? So training is a process by which the aptitudes, the skills, knowledges combinedly, okay, of a person for doing a particular type of job is enhanced. This is called training. Okay, there is a saying in US, if something is good, more of the thing is even better. If something is good, more of the thing is even better. Okay, so whenever it is the panacea, you can say it is the panacea. What do you mean by panacea? Panacea means, okay, find the single medicine for all human related problems or all the diseases. Okay, so therefore it is called the panacea of all human resource problems. So therefore it is called, it is the process of increasing or enhancing the aptitudes, the skills, the knowledge for doing a particular type of task or job is enhanced. This is called training. Okay, so therefore it is the panacea of all human related problems. So there is a saying, if something is good, more of the thing is even better. आप कितने भी पढ़े लिखे हो, आपको और okay, फाइंड ट्रेनिंग दिया जाएगा, okay, फाइंड कोचिंग दिया जाएगा, then definitely उससे भी बेहतर करके आप देखोगे. So therefore it is a saying in US, if something is good, more of the thing is even better. And training is the panacea for all human related problems inside the organization. Okay, so we'll have to start from training. What is training? And this training is not a new one. The training, it started in the very beginning of the civilization. Okay, so you write, the beginning of training could be traced to the Stone Age. The beginning of training could be traced to the Stone Age, when people started transferring knowledge. The beginning of the training could be traced to the Stone Age, when people started transferring knowledge through signs, SIGNS, and deeds or work to others. And deeds to others. Okay, so therefore it is not a new one. It started from the Stone Age, when people started transferring knowledge through science and the deeds to others. But vocational training started during the Industrial Revolution. Vocational training started during the Industrial Revolution. Can you please tell me where Industrial Revolution took place for the first time in the world? In which country? Industrial Revolution. Anybody? Which country did? Okay, you'll find the Industrial Revolution started in for the
USSR.
first time. USSR, no, USSR
England,
yes,
UK,
England, yeah, UK,
UK.
UK, England.
yes,
UK.
UK। क्योंकि मुझे पता है ये जो हम जो सिविलाइजेशन देख रहे हैं, हम जो अभी गाड़ी चला रहे हैं, बाइक चला रहे हैं, इट्स वेरी रिसेंट फेनोमेनन। हम जो अभी एलईडी एलसीडी देख रहे हैं, इट्स वेरी रिसेंट फेनोमेनन। ओके, ये इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन अगर हमें, इफ वी आर स्विचिंग बैक टू 100 years, okay, you will find that people, okay, you'll find will be definitely, आपने देखे होंगे रास्ते में चलते हुए नजर आएंगे। वहां पे मेरा एक ग्रैंडफादर एक साइकिल लेके आए थे, बाईसाइकिल, उसको देखने के लिए थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल गेदर्ड। तो बाईसाइकिल क्या चीज है? मुझे याद है, इन माय चाइल्डहुड डेज I was going to my maternal uncle's house by bullock cart. By bullock carts. Okay. पहले when I took to the students to that Hero Honda factory, when Hero Honda was not splitted out, to Gurgaon plant. Okay. वो बोलते थे कि आज को 20 साल पहले जब कोई भी रिच फैमिली में ओके शादी होता था, ब्राइड ग्रूम के नाम में बाइक बुक होता था। उसके बाद उनका शादी हो गया, बच्चे 5-6 साल होने के बाद स्कूल जाने लगे, तब जाके बाइक घर पे आता था। 7 to 8 hours you have to wait the bike to come after booking, ऐसे सिचुएशन था। The situation was, okay, you'll find it's such that first you'll have to book the bike, then you'll have to wait till 6 to 7 years, then you get your bike. Okay, so वो situation था in Hero Honda, that HR manager was saying whenever I took my students to that Hero Honda plant for plant visits, industrial visits. Okay, जब हीरो होंडा स्प्लिट नहीं हुआ था गुड़गांव वाला प्लांट में, तो वो बोलते थे ऐसे। सो देयरफॉर ये जो है वो सिचुएशन पहले, ओके, you'll find very, okay, you'll find a pathetic था। You'll have to wait at least 6 to 7 years to get one bike. ओके, जब मैं 6-7 में पढ़ता था तब देखता था किसी का घर में एंटीना था, मैं सोचता था कि ओके, you'll find पार्लियामेंट में बहस हो रहा है, लोग घर पे बैठ के कैसे देख लेते हैं। ओके, मैं जब ट्रेन में जाता था किसी का कोडलेस you'll find मोबाइल फोन देखता था ब्लैक में, वो मैं सोचता था कितना अच्छा जॉब है, अभी देखो कोडलेस मोबाइल फोन यूज कर रहा है। ओके, अभी मैं देखता हूँ कि कूड़ा वाला दूसरा कूड़ा वाला को पूरा स्मार्टफोन में बात कर रहा है उससे। You see the difference. It's a very recent phenomenon. It's not a very old one. ये जो इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन हुआ ये रिसेंट फेनोमेनन है। अगर हमें 100 साल पूरे पीछे चले जाएंगे, आप देखेंगे कि you'll find ये सारी चीज कुछ भी नहीं है था अभी जो हो रहे हैं। So therefore now seeing is not the king. It's the customer is the king in the market. जो सिंग लोग होंगे, okay, you'll find you think yourself Singh is not the king, it's the customer is the king in the market, remember. So therefore you will find ये जो हम देख रहे हैं, जो ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, all these things is also very recent phenomenon. But the thing is that ये जो ट्रेनिंग है, जो अप्रेंटिस ट्रेनिंग है, all these trainings are recent phenomenon after industrial revolution. But जब कैसे एक पत्थर से कैसे you'll find अटैक करना है, okay, you'll find कोई जानवर को कैसे पेड़ से फ्रूट्स को नीचे गिराना है, all these things started from stone age. Okay, though grown up they were showing to the okay, you'll find younger one how to, okay, you'll find through the stone and you'll have to get the fruits or you'll have to attack animals, right? So therefore the beginning of the training could be traced to the stone age, when people started transferring knowledge through science and deeds to others. But vocational training started during the industrial revolution, when, right, apprentices were provided direct instructions, when apprentices were provided direct instructions in the operation of machines. in the operation of machines. Rapid technological changes require newer skills and knowledge in many areas. Rapid technological changes require newer skills and knowledge in many areas. Training has to be continuously offered. Training has to be continuously offered to keep employees updated and effective. To keep employees updated and effective. Then you write the definition of training according to FLIPO, FLIPPO. According to FLIPO, training is the act of increasing the knowledge. Training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job. For doing a particular job. According to FLIPO, training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job. Okay. Okay. Next you write importance of training. Importance of training. Training is the cornerstone of sound management. Training is the cornerstone of sound management. Training is the cornerstone of sound management. For it makes employees more effective and productive. It makes employees more effective and productive. It is actively and intimately connected with it is actively and intimately connected with it is actively and intimately okay. It is actively and intimately connected with all the personnel or managerial activities. It is actively and intimately connected with all the personnel or managerial activities. It is an integral part of the whole management program. It is an integral part of the whole management program. It is an integral part of the whole management program with all its many activities, with all its many activities functionally interrelated, functionally interrelated, okay, interrelated. Training is a practical and vital necessity. Training is a practical and vital necessity. Training is a practical and vital necessity because it enables employees. Training is a practical and vital necessity because it enables employees. Because it enables employees to develop and rise. To develop and rise within the organization. To develop and rise within the organization. And increase their market value earning, and increase their market value, and increase their market value, earning power, and job security. And increase their market value, earning power, and job security. It molds the employees' attitudes. It molds the employees' attitudes and helps them. It molds the employees' attitudes and helps them to achieve a better cooperation. To achieve a better cooperation with the company. To achieve a better cooperation with the company and a greater loyalty to it. And a greater loyalty to it. And a greater loyalty to it. So training heightens the morale of the employees. Training heightens the morale of the employees. It helps in reducing dissatisfaction. It helps in reducing dissatisfaction, complaints, grievances, and absenteeism. And absenteeism. And it reduces the rate of turnover. And it reduces the rate of turnover. ये turnover क्या है? What is the meaning of this turnover? Anybody? And it reduces the rate of turnover. Training reduces the rate of turnover. Yes, anybody?
Sir, attrition of the employees. Controlling the attrition of the employees.
Attrition is separate thing, but turnover is separate thing. Turnover means whenever you are going to the company, within 1 or 2 days you are leaving. Like this it happens. Turnover. आएंगे जाएंगे. Right? Okay. This is called turnover. लेकिन अगर training provide किया जाएगा, it reduces the rate of turnover. Okay. Further, trained employees make a better. Further, trained employees make a better and economic use of materials. Further, trained employees make a better and economic use of materials and equipments. Further, trained employees make a better and economical use of materials and equipment. Then you write the next paragraph. The importance of training has been expressed as the importance of training has been expressed as training is widely accepted problem solving device. Training is widely accepted problem solving device. Indeed, our national superiority in manpower productivity can be attributed in no small measures to the success of our educational and industrial training programs. This success has been achieved by a tendency in many quarters. To regard training as a panacea. P-A-N-A-C-E-A. To regard training as a panacea. What is panacea? One medicine for all the diseases. You'll find one medicine for all the diseases. Okay. All the diseases will be cured by one medicine. This is called panacea. So therefore, training is you'll find panacea of all human related problems. Strikes, lockouts, gheraos, picketing, okay, employees turnover, okay, absenteeism. So these all are you'll find related to training. So it is almost traditional in America. That if something is good, more of the thing is even better. It is almost traditional in America that if something is good, more of the thing is even better. Hence, we require more vitamin pills. To solve personal health problems and more training to solve our manpower problems. Okay. So it is almost traditional in America that if something is good, more of the thing is even better. Hence, we require more vitamin pills to solve personal health problems and more training to solve our manpower problems. Okay. Then we'll have to discuss about the objectives or aims or need for training. Objectives or aims or need for training. Man, just mute yourself. Manu, You want to say something? Otherwise, mute yourself. Man. Okay, objectives or aims or need for training. Training of employees is essential in order to, number one, objectives, aims or need for training. Training of employees is essential in order to, number one, to ensure an adequate supply of properly trained employees at all levels of industry. Number two, to improve the performance of each employee, to higher attainable level. And to develop his potential. उसी में लिखो, and to develop his potential so that he can take up jobs of higher responsibilities. Number three, to attain precision, precision, and clarity. To attain precision and clarity in the transaction of business. To attain precision and clarity in the transaction of business. Number four, to increase productivity by conceptual skill. Imagination and judgment of employees. To increase productivity by conceptual skills, imagination, and judgment of employees. Number five, to reduce scrap rate. Number six, to reduce accident rate. Number seven, to maximize absence. To minimize absence. Number seven. Number eight, to reduce labor turnover. to reduce labor turnover. Number 9, to reduce fatigue. To reduce fatigue, FATIGUE. Number 10, to minimize overtime. To minimize overtime. Number 11, to boost employee morale. Number 11, to boost employee morale. Number 12, to promote cooperation and good relations. To promote cooperations and good relations between workers. To promote cooperation and good relations between workers and management. To promote cooperation and good relations between workers and management. Number 13, to reduce cost of product. To reduce cost of product through economic. To reduce cost of product through economic and more efficient use of company resources. To reduce cost of product through economic and more efficient use of company resources. Number 14, to provide knowledge and appreciation. To provide knowledge and appreciation of techniques necessary to enable a trainee to do his job. To do his job. Number 15, to create a broad understanding. To create a broad understanding of relevant science. To create a broad understanding of relevant science and technology. So that the trainees adjust. So that the trainees adjust to the changes in the nature of work. To the changes of the nature of work. Number 16, to teach employees the standardized work method. To teach employees the standardized work method. Number 17, to inculcate good work habits. To inculcate good work habits on the part of the employees. To inculcate good work habits on the part of employees. Number 18, to promote teamwork. Number 18, to promote teamwork. Number 19, to find out whether an employee is suited to the job. To find whether an employee is suited to the job. Next, to adjust employees' outlook to new needs of new times. to adjust employees' outlook to new needs of new times. Okay, so in the next class we'll discuss about the types or the methods of training. Okay, and after 15-20 minutes we'll be meeting for the next thing. This is here, we have already discussed about it previously. Business environment. Just a minute. Last class we discussed about introduction to business environment, the features and characteristics of business environment. Then we discussed Consumer Protection Act 1986, Security and Exchange Board of India, OTCI. Then we calculated the national income by using value added method, and other two methods we'll have to discuss it today. Okay, after 15-20 minutes we are again meeting for, okay, we'll find this MMPC-003.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
So just
Anything?
to inform that from last 12 hours, our LMS portal is not working and we are unable to submit our assignments, sir. And today is the last date.
Okay. So you, okay, will find a contact with the the coordinator. Okay, so that he will, okay, will find that, tell you something about it. Okay. So
we
how we'll have
mailed.
to just,
So we
okay.
mailed yesterday, but they did not resolve that. And we are facing from last 12 hours.
Okay. What I'll have to do, in the next, you are just attending the next class?
Sure, sir.
MMPC 00. Okay, I will give you one number, you'll have to call him. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay, we are meeting within 15-20 minutes.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, MMPC 003. Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you, sir.